Alright. The Persian kings, when you plug that in, you know what I'm saying? If you plug that Persian kings and update that in modern day terms, when you think about the African Americans, you would say that the Persian kings was like these presidents, you know what I'm saying? The presidents of the United States, or you could say that these kings, you know what I'm saying, was these people who controlled the slave trade. So you know that the Jewish people had played a major role in the transatlantic slave trade. You know, you had the transatlantic slave trade, you had the sub-Saharan slave trade, and you had the Indian Ocean slave trade. Think about these slave trades. That's going to almost every direction of the earth, land to land, into all nations, like the Messiah said, right? Because Prophet Joel only told you north and the east. The Messiah, like in latter day times, he didn't only say the north and the east, he said all nations. You know what I'm saying? Just like he told you about remind you about murder. But then he said if you show if those who should ever look upon a brother in anger, you already you look at your brother in hatred with hate, you already then committed you already broke that, you know what I'm talking about. I'm kind of paraphrasing, but it's like he done made it harder. He the king of it, he the king of Jerusalem. He the king of Yahuda, you know? He made it harder. See how crucial it is? It says giving us new life. I'm the way, the truth, and the life. And you know he is the light of the world, the light of the world. So Yahushua HaMashiach is all through Ezra, giving us new life so that we can rebuild. Because that's what it's about. Rebuild, renewing yourself, being reborn again. The house of our God, Yahuwah, our power, and repair its ruins, right? Because Jerusalem is in a desolation. It's not in its glory like it was according to the scriptures. You think the Jerusalem is over there is the real Jerusalem that has been rebuilt. It says, Edom shall rebuild the desolate places. So it is possible that Edomites rebuild it, uh, the city of the Amorites, and claim that as the real deal Jerusalem. And everybody forgetting about the city of the Jebusites, the city of David, the city that David dealt with. He wasn't dealing with. He didn't make the Amorite city the city of David. You better read the book of Chronicles. You better read Samuel. Everybody forgetting about Samuel. Read Samuel. You'll learn a lot. Read Samuel, y'all. Read Samuel. To give us a wall in Judea, in give us a wall in Judah and Jerusalem. My bad. So now our power. What can we say in light of this? For we have abandoned the commands. We abandoned the commands. This is before the Mashiach manifestation. You got to go back. You're going back towards Moses. That's why I'm dealing with the prophets. From prophet Yahushua HaMashiach, Yahushai, the guy with the fire eyes, people do not believe in, or has abandoned, and abandoned the words that he said, did not remain in him. So I'm taking you back to prophet, the prophet, towards prophet Moses. Moses told you who to listen to in Deuteronomy 18:19. It says, you, God, gave through your servants, the prophets are the servants, saying, the land you are entering to possess is an impure land. Why people trying to go back to Jerusalem like the Ethiopian Jews? Yeah, maybe it was prophecy for them to go back to the land of Israel and Jerusalem. But people do not understand that did the scriptures say going back to the Jerusalem of the Amorites or the Jerusalem of the Jebusites? It says Jerusalem. You know what I'm saying? It's like the book is like a real deal parable. It's no, it's mysteries. It's mysteries. It's mysteries. Only prophets and certain people could see. Only certain people could see. Yah's will. The surrounding people have filled it from end to end with their uncleanness by their impurity and detestable practices. You see? And when you read on down, it's gonna make it gonna be so clear. See, I showed you Ezra because I want you to recognize verse 9, you know, into our slavery, because once the Israelites left after 70 AD, when they left, a lot of things that the Messiah say, about the women being touched by the sword, and being killed off, and the men, and having being warned to flee into the mountains. Think about all the mountains that's near the city of peace, Jerusalem, the city of the Jebusites, right? You got to really think about what the Messiah says, because everything that he said, that man, whatever that man said, when I say man, I mean man. So part of my slang. When you hear this man, he telling you what will surely come to pass. He warned you. He's the walking Torah, literally. Like unto Moses, man. He's greater than Moses. Straight up. No, he's greater than Moses. Understand that when you pay attention to Torah, is it really a mystery for Moses not entering Israel, not entering Jerusalem, the city of peace? He did not go to the city of peace, but yet Yahushua HaMashiach went to the city of peace, from Egypt to the land of Canaan, to the city of peace. The Messiah was in Egypt. He went to the land of Israel, aka land of Canaan, went straight to the city of peace. Right? 1, 2, 3. Moses out of Egypt and to the wilderness. He didn't even go to the city of peace. Did he even step in the land of Canaan? I think he's seen the land, but he could not enter. And you should know why if you know Torah. If you know the old covenant, you part of the old covenant, you should know why. Him and Aaron and his sister. But mainly Moses. Prophet like unto Moses. So Moses was buried and he did not rise up. The Messiah was buried, but he was risen up. Just saying. Pay attention to Ezra 9 and 9. It links back to Luke 21, dealing with the destruction. Verses 20 to 24. It links back to the Messiah. It links back to him. You don't necessarily have to go back to, if you believe in the Messiah and you took upon the cup and the bread, you practiced that. Or you already did communion in your past years. Or even now, you are part of the body of the Messiah. You part of the body of the Messiahs. Point blank period.